right, Dave? We were talking about it earlier. Obviously, this is making a mess of the roads overnight.
Oh, yeah.
Will it be clear in time for the morning commute, or is that going to be questionable too?
It's going to be rainy, and it's going to be some heavy rains as well. So we're going to have to watch out for ponding on the roadways. But I think most of the state we should be out of the frozen precipitation, except for far northern reaches. So that's how things are looking right now. Right now, I'm actually hearing the rain outside our studio.
Yeah.
It's coming down pretty heavily right now. Temperature in Portland, 40 degrees. So yeah, it's raining out there. Down towards Portsmouth, you're at 43 degrees, and right along the coastline, we're pushing into the 40s. So that's some good news if you don't want to see any frozen precipitation, if you have any travel overnight tonight. But just go up to Augusta. You're at 31 degrees, and you're seeing some freezing rain mixed in with that. With Freiburg, western parts of the state, you're in the mid-20s. Berlin, that milder air is actually working in from Vermont, and you're at 33 degrees. Rangeley, you'll start to see that milder air wedging in as well. But we do have this wedge of colder air, that's cold air damming that we were talking about, and that's the area of concern overnight. Even though the precipitation may change to, from snow to rain, it may be freezing as it hits the ground. So you definitely want to watch those surfaces overnight. Far northern reaches, I think we stay mostly snow throughout the event and then have a little bit of a mix as we get up towards Caribou by tomorrow morning. Right now, the wind isn't a huge factor, but we're starting to see 5 to 15 mile per hour winds out there, and then the winds offshore will start to move onshore overnight, so we'll see some gusts as well. And I'm not expecting too much in the way of power outages, but still keep that in mind that we could see a couple of them. Right now, low pressure over Pennsylvania, that's going to take the inside track. That's why we're seeing this warm front ahead of it, and that's going to bring the milder air. Also seeing some thunderstorms along this frontal boundary too, so don't be surprised if you hear a rumble of thunder as we go through the course of the night. Now let's take a look what's going on. We are seeing snow Presque Isle, Greenville, Rangeley, even down into western parts of the state, Freiburg, Bridgeton, over to Conway, New Hampshire. You're still dealing with some snow, but Augusta up to Bangor, that's where we're seeing that rain snow line, and it's continuing to make a progression towards the northwest. And again, we have that damming, that cold air damming, keeping the cold air there. So watch along that line. You could see some freezing drizzle. We'll get to overnight tonight as we watch the timestamp by tomorrow morning. Some of these deep yellow colors, these orange colors, may represent some heavier rain, so watch for some ponding on the roadway as you're heading out tomorrow morning. Also, again, not out of the question to hear a rumble of thunder, but look what the rain snow line is by tomorrow morning. It's far up to the northern portions of the state. Millinocket, you'll be on that rain snow line. Caribou, you'll still be holding on to that snow. We're kind of expecting that cold air is going to hold tight up your way, but I'm still expecting a little bit of a mix. Then as we go through the afternoon, everything starts to get out of here. A couple leftover showers, but you're still holding on to some snow far northern areas. But temperatures jump into the 50s across southern areas, and then by tomorrow evening we'll start to see colder air filtering back into the system, into the area. But look at Bangor, you're still 50 degrees over to Bar Harbor, over to Calais. You're still in that warm sector, but that colder air starts to move in behind that, and then overnight tomorrow night we drop back into the 20s, and then we'll just see temperatures overnight tomorrow night mostly in the 20s. We're expecting, this is pretty much washed out along the coastline, but we did see about an inch of snow here or there. 1 to 3 inches, most of that has already fallen. Still could add a couple more inches inland, the foothills over to the White Mountains, and especially northern portions of the state where we could see a total of 6 to 10 inches. Already, we've already seen several inches in some of these places. Overnight tonight too as well, the amounts of rain could hit 2.5 inches Bar Harbor, about 2 inches Rockland. Right along the coastline, we're seeing anywhere between 1.5 inches to 2 inches. Further north, colder air, so you're going to be melted down into mostly snowfall, but that's how things are looking right now. In terms of winds, tonight, overnight, into tomorrow morning, could see gusts up to 40 miles per hour along the coastline, so something to watch out for. We're not expecting any widespread power outages like we saw with that last storm, but again, just be prepared just in case the lights, we do lose a little bit of electricity. Now, we were talking about this storm system. That's our first storm system gets out of here. We're talking about the second storm system to the south on its heels. This thing is a little bugger, right? We've been trying to forecast this thing. Models are all over the place, but it looks like it's going to send some snow back into our area Sunday afternoon and late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Something to keep a very close eye on. And we'll just continue to see how models progress after this storm gets out of here. I think things will reset when models will have a better grasp on that. But watch out, we could see some snow showers Sunday afternoon, especially down eastern areas. Seas tomorrow, 10 to 14 feet. Gale warning is in effect tonight right through 4 p.m. on Friday. And we'll see gusts out of the south southeast up to 45 miles per hour. Weekend, not looking too bad. Big weekend, big ski weekend, and hopefully the ski areas, I'm pretty confident they'll be able to recover from this. I mean, a lot of ski areas actually getting several inches of snow, and then we're getting a little bit of rain on top of that. So I think the weekend will salvage it. Again, we're watching for some snow showers on Sunday. We'll see how that storm system works out, and then even into Monday, we're still watching to see if it backs in. So that's how it's looking.
Sounds good. Thanks, David.